2020, I mean, that rewrote the whole book on it, being appreciative of who and where I work.
We wouldn't be here without the season ticket holders' unwavering support.
We didn't know what the future held.
'20 was no doubt the most challenging year, hopefully I'll ever face and will ever face as an organization.
It felt like the world was crumbling around us when you literally work for a business that relies on in-person events at a large scale during a global pandemic. Yeah, things were a little grim, I think, for everybody for a while.
We were at spring training a week before everything shut down. We kind of heard about COVID, but you know, little did we know.
We were unable to host any events really that year. Our season was canceled. People weren't allowed to gather in groups. The state of Oregon was shut down longer than any other state in the country.
They made that decision first, but it's not about baseball. It's about your health. It's about the people around you.
Financially, it was, well, we just had to scramble.
I sat down with our ownership and kind of laid it out. We came to the agreement that if we can do anything, let's keep our staff. That was our number one and really only priority.
But it was a no-brainer. Keep those people.
And we were worried about refunds, having to refund season tickets and sponsorships that had paid for the 2020 season, but now we weren't going to have a season, so we'd have to give them the money back. So we developed a plan to try to retain that money and then push it forward to the next season. If we would have had more than 10% ask for a refund back, it wouldn't have worked. We would have been pretty much out of business. I think we had a 96% retention rate with our season ticket holders.
I don't think we had a single partner that said, no, we want out. They stuck with us, our season ticket holders. Same thing, they were like, this will pass and we want to be a part of it when it passes.
I think like so many of us, we wanted to know what can we do to help? What can we do to make a difference? And so for us, like so many people, you know, one of the things that we could easily do was just say, yeah, the money that we had for our season tickets for 2020, just roll it forward. We've already paid for the tickets, and if it helps keep, you know, staff employed, it's absolutely well worth it.
Everybody's got to talk finance and said, yep, we want our favorite restaurants to stay open, our favorite brew pubs to stay open, and we need the hops.
If you could work for a big company, you know, they'd probably just cut the bottom 50%, and so everyone can keep their higher salaries.
We were able to come up with a plan to do a shared sacrifice across the board from pay cuts. So we all took a pay cut. Our leadership team took a bigger pay cut.
A lot of people, unfortunately, lost their jobs, and I feel that we were blessed enough to still, you know, be employed and still have, you know, that support from the organization.
For us to be able to keep our jobs through that spoke volumes to our leadership team. To Mike and Laura, I will never be able to communicate enough how thankful I am for that.
We didn't have any layoffs on our full-time staff. We kept working and trying to make the most of it, and it's really our season ticket holders that made that possible.
I think so many of us that were there during 2020 and are still here, I don't think any of us will ever forget that they kept us around, and it's pretty cool. I don't know why I got that really emotional. Let me pull together. We've always wanted to be innovative, but that was a time where it's like, no, you have to, or it's not going to be great.
We were in a position to bring a smile to someone's face, right? There was so much negativity at that time. Every day you're hearing on the news all the cases, all the sick people, and all the turmoil in the world. And so we felt like there's enough negativity going on. Let's try to make people happy any way we can.
I think one thing we really focused on was trying to still stay present in the community that year.
Just seeing everything that's going on around, as the vaccine clinic popped up in the parking lot, and it was quite the window to the world. We went out and served nurses at OHSU. We went to Metro West. We helped supply lunch out to the doctors in the park working the COVID testing line here at the facility.
We did several kind of drive-through events. We did a kids club event to celebrate Barley's birthday party, which was a ton of fun, getting the kids out of the house. Granted, it was social distanced and masked and all that because we wanted to be safe. Getting to see those faces of season ticket holders and whatnot was huge.
We got creative that year. We hosted a summer camp. That's something we would never really have the opportunity to do otherwise.
It was fully outdoors, so it was safe for everyone. I think we had about 100 kids at each, and so again, it just gave them that opportunity to get back to the ballpark.
It was pretty fun to get to plan it, in all honesty. Like, everyone became the camp counselor, and whether they liked it or not.
Just general summer camp activities. It didn't even have a whole lot to do with baseball.
It was really fun just to, get to do those events with our community when baseball wasn't an option.
We thought creatively out, we thought outside the box for different skits for Barley.
Well, to be frank, we were bored. We were trying to keep ourselves busy.
Call it boredom, call it desperation, whatever it may be. We decided to lean into some good old-fashioned physical comedy. Really, it was the extra creamy Ready Whip. And the extra creamy is the key, because if it's not extra creamy, it's gonna hurt when you get hit in the face with it. It's extra creamy, it's a little more cushioned, right? Really the goal just being like, people are having a tough time, let's try to bring a smile to people's face.
And this is one of the few times in my life where I adopted blind faith. We just do what we got to do to keep our front office staff together and just hope for the best. And it worked.
With the most adversity we had probably ever faced, the attitude never shifted that things were always going to be better at some point.
It was more like eyes open. You never know what's going to happen down the road. So that's why you have to live life one day at a time.
We got to be good people. We got to be friendly. It's not hard. It's actually pretty easy, and just care about people. Do things the right way. Play the long game. We're not in this for quick profits. We're trying to build a long-term, sustainable organization. I think it also allowed us to take a step back and truly value what's most important to our organization, which is our season ticket holders and our fans and our paying customers.
Where the Hops have given so much back to our community, so much back to the fans, it for us was a privilege to give back to the Hops organization, not even in equal measure, in small measure compared to what they've done for us and our community.
That showed that they believed in us. That just meant so much.
We made it through 2020, limped into 2021, but we made it.